Hello, and thank you for taking the time to learn more about the draft anti-displacement agenda for San Antonio. The draft agenda was assembled in collaboration with and with the support of Grounded Solutions Network, a national nonprofit organization that works to build more inclusive communities around the country. In June 2019, Grounded Solutions Network launched the For Everyone Home initiative as an effort to catalyze action to protect affordability and diversity in growing cities before displacement pressures become too great. The initiative focuses on improving local housing policies and programs through a racial equity lens, and we center meaningful engagement with individuals and communities who are and will be impacted by displacement and related policies. We selected San Antonio to participate in the initiative as a way to help it develop and strengthen the anti-displacement sections of the city's existing housing policy framework. We are currently in the third phase of the initiative. In the first phase, we conducted a needs assessment to understand the displacement and inclusive growth challenges San Antonio faces. In the second phase, we generated and explored ideas to address those challenges. In the third phase, we assembled the most promising ideas into a proposed anti-displacement agenda, which we are now broadly sharing for public input. We will revise the agenda based on what we hear and work to get the agenda implemented as part of the city's strategic housing implementation plan. To get the ball rolling in that direction, we will develop detailed implementation plans for two of the proposed policies as Phase 4 of the For Everyone Home initiative. Guiding this effort has been a local team of community, nonprofit, and government leaders. Staff from Grounded Solutions Network and the Center for Community Progress have served as consultants to the effort, and local residents, Fabiola Torralba and Francisco Jonima, have led our community engagement efforts, which have included a variety of public meetings, focus groups, one-on-one interviews, and more. Our anti-displacement agenda is included in a 68-page report that identifies 5 displacement and inclusive growth challenges our community faces and 34 actions to address those challenges. The challenges include reducing evictions, preserving existing affordable housing, stabilizing home ownership, protecting San Antonio's manufactured home parks and their residents, and mitigating the displacement pressures that arise when we invest in community and neighborhood improvements. In the next few slides, I will go through each of these challenges and highlight 1 or 2 of the actions we're recommending. The goal is to give you a sense of what we're calling for without getting too bogged down in details. For those interested in learning more, we encourage you to read the brief summary of the report or read the full report, both of which are available on the city's website. The first challenge we address is evictions. Evictions were a community concern even before the COVID-19 pandemic, and we know they will rise when local and national moratoriums end. We propose 5 specific actions to reduce evictions. One of those is to hold residential landlords who receive public subsidies to higher standards for tenants' rights. The idea is that if we are providing benefits to those landlords, we should be able to ask more of them. The goal here is to make eviction an option of last resort for those landlords, rather than the first remedy they turn to. The second challenge we address is the need to preserve existing affordable and low-cost rental housing. In the next 15 years, at least 11,000 publicly supported affordable housing units in San Antonio could become market rate because their affordability requirements will expire. Thousands of other units that aren't subsidized by the government but are nonetheless affordable to low and moderate income households could also be lost to price increases and redevelopment. We propose 8 actions to address this challenge. 5 of the 8 actions aim to promote lasting affordability solutions. For example, we propose lengthening the period of affordable pricing for new local public investment in housing to ensure that units created with public subsidies remain affordable for the long term. The remaining 3 actions under this challenge aim to achieve short or medium-term stabilization of existing affordable housing. For example, we propose increasing the funds available to qualified landlords to improve the condition of rental housing in exchange for their pledge to not increase rents. The third challenge we address is the closing of manufactured home parks in San Antonio. 9 mobile home parks in San Antonio have closed in the past 6 years, displacing hundreds of residents. If the experience of other cities applies, San Antonio could see more losses. We address this challenge with 5 proposed actions aimed at improving conditions in manufactured home parks while making it harder to convert them to other uses. One of our proposals is to launch a pilot project to help residents in manufactured home parks become owners of the communities in which they live. This project would be based on similar efforts that have proven successful in other cities. Another challenge we seek to address is protecting homeowners from rising expenses. Many homeowners, and particularly homeowners of color, are seeing the cost of homeownership increase faster than they can afford. Loss of income and employment due to the COVID-19 pandemic has only exacerbated this problem. We propose 7 actions to help stabilize homeownership, including increasing programs and funds for homeowners to allow them to make necessary repairs to their properties, things like replacing the roof or the furnace, or weatherizing the property to make it energy efficient and better able to withstand extreme weather conditions. When people and programs work to make our cities better places, they can indirectly contribute to higher housing costs. Indeed, the parts of San Antonio that have seen significant public investment in beautification, walkability, and economic vitality are also some of the neighborhoods that have the fastest rising rents and home values. So our 5th challenge is to mitigate the displacement pressures from investments and developments. We recommend 8 actions to address this challenge. The first 3 can be thought of as preventive measures. For example, when subsidized affordable housing units are lost to demolition or redevelopment, we recommend a city policy that requires a 1-for-1 replacement of those units at the same rent level. The last 5 proposed actions to mitigate displacement from investments can be thought of as proactive measures. For example, we recommend that when the city conducts large public works projects, it set aside a percentage of budgeted funds into a displacement mitigation fund. This money would then be available for efforts aimed at maintaining the affordability of impacted neighborhoods and to help keep long-term residents in their homes. So that's the overview of our anti-displacement agenda proposals. If you would like to learn more, we encourage you to read the materials on our website or attend an online public meeting on one of the dates shown on your screen. If you missed the meeting, we will post recordings on the website as well. Please use the email and phone numbers shown on the screen to sign up for updates about this initiative. Our website also has a public input survey that we invite you to complete. What you tell us will help shape what this initiative becomes. Thank you once again for taking the time to learn more about our proposed anti-displacement agenda for San Antonio.